There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Razorbacks offense will be first on the attack. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Green. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The Razorbacks will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So Texas Tech's offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Old spin move. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. From the red zone, looking for a man. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way.
Back's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
To the air, it's Green. Fires complete on the crosser. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Grab behind the line. It's Blake. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Arkansas! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker U, anything is possible. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Looking downfield, it's Morton. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And the Red Raiders started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Touchdown, Red Raiders! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Going to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, is the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Hauls it in the first down and more. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw, it's Morton. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
The play action fake. That's caught. It's Green. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on second down. Quick release by the QB. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Buys a little time. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Back to throw, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He might want another play. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They're setting up the screen. Oh, a lot of space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quick completion to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Dropping back, it's Green. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snatches it on the right. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Morton. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Washington. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Fair catch is made. They'll spot it at the 7, and a long way to go for this offense. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Going deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum, get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
The Razorbacks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Green. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. A little screen to the running back. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out. They show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots, and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On his way from around the 50. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Green. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those.
Makes the grab past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones, and you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays in the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Running into the open space.
Returner is tackled down at the 34. And your Arkansas Razorbacks will take...
They'll run this play from the pistol. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Razorbacks are rolling down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Picks up the 1st down. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. Razorbacks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Penn State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far today at Happy Valley. They're up by 7 over Indiana. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's taking the shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Another incompletion on third down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. About that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Got it in the middle, it's Blake. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds the tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. DB's right up on the receivers. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the pummeling has started. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looks as if we have an in. On that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a crease. It's Valdez. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Makes him talk to the hand. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He breaks a tackle. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time, playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Now the play fake. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Let's go.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give to the back. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.